Hello everyone. Today we're going to use a library which has been made by Grantland, and this library, what it does is that it resizes your text as per the requirement that you have. So uh, this is the author, Grantland Chu, and he's based out of San Francisco. And these are a couple of libraries that he's worked on. This is one of the libraries that is really awesome, and we will be covering other libraries as well of his. But this is something which we have covered today. Let me show you a demo of the app. So here's the demo. Let's say you are working on an app in which you have an image view which is too large, and then there's some text that is needs to be printed, or that needs to appear as per whatever the user has typed in the edit text, and there's a shortage of space. Then you can use this library, pretty awesome library. Let's say I were to type hey there, we just found an amazing library. So as you can see, the text is getting resized automatically, and it happens dynamically, so you don't have to worry about what all the user can type. Let's say if I were to type even more, mm, why don't you try this out? It's awesome, right? And then as you can see, I can go till this text size, in fact even more. So this is what the library does for me. And now let's go to Android Studio and see how this can be done. Here is where we have put the library here in the dependencies in the app module. And now let us talk further. So this is the layout that you were seeing. There is a relative layout that we have used, and then there's a text view here, hello world. Then we have edit text, and then we have an image view, right? So this is a situation which might arise in your apps wherein there's a lot of space that is has to be taken up by the image view, and there's the small text which has to appear here as per what the user is typing here, right? Primarily this can happen if you're making apps which wherein you can put captions below images. The users can put captions below images, and while they are typing it, you want it to get resized because you don't want the image to get resized, right? So that is where you can use this library. Now let me take you to the main activity where all the action is happening. Here is the class auto fit text view that has been created by the author, and we have created a reference here. Then there's another edit text which is an Android class, another reference, and then we are just providing the layout that is going to get used. We created an object here, simple, this is a simple typical way how you would create an object, and then an edit text. And now what we're doing here is there's a method that you can call which is add text change listener, and there are a couple of methods that come with it, which are before text changed, on text changed, and after text changed. So what you can do is you can of course you can use these two methods as well. Nothing to, there's no compulsion that you have to use only this method. What we have done is we have decided to use this method. So what it will do is whenever the user is typing, and the moment they stop typing, and that basically means that between every character that they press on their keyboard, this method will get called. So these methods are getting called very fast, and they keep getting called after one after the another as per the situation. So whenever you type any character, this method gets called, and the entire character sequence is provided as an input argument to this method, and we are fitting that text onto this text view, right? That's about it, nothing else to discuss here. This is the way you can look at it in XML. One thing which I would like to highlight here is that there is this one attribute that you can provide, that is autofit minimum text size. This is pretty interesting and very important attribute, because you might have reservations as to till what size your text can go being smallest, right? So I have kept it as 6 SP scaled pixel. If you want, you can decrease it or even increase it. Another thing, if let's say the type user is typing, and they type it so much that the minimum text size is getting surpassed, in that case what will happen is that the text will stop showing up, right? So this is another way to make sure that the users just don't keep typing all in all. In fact, that is how you also maintain, you make sure that that whatever type text that they type is visible, right? So I would suggest keep 6 sp or 10 sp, because below than this, lesser than this, it will not be really readable to users on mobile devices. That's it. This is edit text, and then there's a typical image view which you were seeing on the screen. That's about this library. Do let me know if you have any other questions about this library, and do check out the authors page on GitHub. Pretty interesting library, and couple of other libraries that they have made. Take care, bye bye, and please subscribe to the channel, and do let me know if there is any one particular library that you would like me to cover. Thank you.